Watch Transit TV right now.
Mi Harmon ultimate comentario 1. Keep watching Transit TV and stay remote for premium content. Otra vez, adios.
Maresca, at least we can say we know one way that they want to play. So I think as the days go by, he probably will develop more options. For now, the way Chelsea is attacking is what we have found out in this game, which is try to get the ball as quickly as possible to the opponent's final third by Sanchez linking up with either Jackson dumping in the midfield. TV, welcome back again to the studios. Still here in Florida. This beautiful weather, looking good out here, and of course, the midst of it all, we're still gonna bring you what we normally do beyond the scoreline on this Sunday, beautiful Sunday, just right before the kickoff for Arsenal and Liverpool. Chelsea just finished beating Newcastle 2-1, and yeah, let's look at a few talking points on this one. If you have been watching EPL for some time now, there are some things that are basic, and that is when teams go away, especially to big grounds, they try to stay compact and try to be difficult to concede goals and build from there. But that's what Newcastle failed to do today. We'll talk about that as we go into dive deeper into the game. But most importantly, it is clear now how Chelsea wants to attack. Chelsea is a team that wants to get the ball quickly as possible to the opponent's final third and try to score goals. And that they started that right away from the first minute of the game. That was what they tried to do against Newcastle. Newcastle, who were all over the place. So let's look at that very well. I know a lot of people criticize Sanchez, but I think he is very, very critical as to how Chelsea wants to play, wants to attack. You can see once he has the ball to feed, Jackson drops into the midfield and he links up with Jackson. Jackson quickly turns or runs on defenders or probably make a pass to Kopama, who is the creator in the team, and the rest becomes history. Of course, Chelsea having their two always spacey wingers. Either they go with Anonymous. Today they went with Neto, as you know. And this is how Chelsea, for the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, was really putting pressure on Newcastle. And Jackson was instrumental to this. 2 times he turned on Newcastle defenders and created space. On the third one, of course, the first one had the goal disallowed. And by the third time they did exactly the same thing. It was a goal for Jackson. Yeah, assist for Neto and goal for Jackson, but the applause went to Kopama, who was at the critical creation of that goal, and Chelsea went one up. Newcastle continued being all over the place. Players being unsure what to do. We are very open, and that was a surprise to me, which is the second talking point in this one. I don't know how Newcastle managed to do that. I believe Eddie Howe should be more experienced to know how to go to big grounds like Stamford Bridge against a team that is informed like Chelsea. But Newcastle players, even with their experience, we are all over the place. We are open. You could see players unsure what to do. They were caught in between their minds, and this looked like it was going to be a meal for Chelsea all game. But somehow, after the few VAR checks, it looks like Eddie Howe, was able to send information to his players, who found a way to begin to stay compact and started causing Chelsea problems. Of course, they got their equalizer through Isaac, who has just 1 goal this season, one of the biggest scorers last season. It's been slow for him this season. Somehow, after a serious VAR check, the goal was allowed, and this one ended 1-1 going into the break. Of course, again, Newcastle, the same habits. They say old habits never leave one. Started the same way. In just moments of starting the second half, Chelsea got their goal again. Now, who else will score this goal? Kopama again was at it, and Newcastle went 1 goal down. And that's how the game ended. It became an end-to-end, fiercely contested. These two teams, of course, are strong teams in EPL presently. Chelsea finishing 6th last season, and Newcastle, finishing the top 5, and it was always going to be a strong game. The referee, again was in the middle of this one. There are some decisions he might not agree with or you agree with. Don't forget about our referee show tomorrow that will be coming up with K. We'll review some of these things in that show and give you more perspective from the referee's point of view on those ones. Yeah, another talking point in this one is how key Cole Palmer is to Chelsea. This young man right now, and I'm sure Pep Guardiola is going to be recreating selling Palmer to Chelsea. And yes, he was very critical, very intelligent on the ball, and obviously he understands his teammates. I remember where we play football, Rubo will say, know your personnel. He understands the pace, the rhythm of the game, and reads the game very well. He knows when to come deep and when to go forward. And another talking point would be the Rhys James playing for the left side of the defense. Had a very good game as well. And I think Chelsea has finally, the final talking point on this one will be that Chelsea has finally found the mix in the midfield. Yes, they paid 120 million euros for Enzo Fernandez, but it looks like he is down in the pecking order, especially in the league. Maybe in Europe, he probably will be the first choice between him and Caicedo. But in the league, Lavia has come in and shown that he is the man to play Caicedo in the middle of that park. And they have been having a very good combo out there, giving Chelsea some steel in the midfield and making them strong to beat. Yeah, Maresca, at least we can say we know one way that they want to play. So I think as the days go by, he probably will develop more options. For now, the way Chelsea is attacking is what we have found out in this game, which is try to get the ball as quickly as possible to the opponent's final third by Sanchez linking up with either Jackson dumping in the midfield or Kopama and making a turn and using the wings and getting behind the opposing defenders, and their goals are created. And Newcastle, depending on how opponents set up, this tactic looks like one that can easily catch opponents off guard. And this is the reason why Chelsea does well against big teams, because of course big teams are always going to come out, they're always going to be expansive, and once you leave space in behind with the pace of Nicolas Jackson, with the pace of players like Neto, Mudryk, and Noni Madueke, they are always going to concede spaces, and they will exploit those spaces. Yeah, that is one of the key elements of the Enzo Maresca reign at Chelsea. Chelsea, for me, is looking like something serious is cooking in Stamford Bridge, and they're going to be the team to beat. Obviously, they are serious contenders for top 4 this season, and we have to watch out for Chelsea. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section about this one. We'll have the full weekend review tomorrow. Yeah, the panel will be on show in the studio and I will go more in depth into this one and bring more talking points into it. So I will see you again as we watch Arsenal Liverpool at Emirates.